Okay, hi guys, it's good to be back, and today's tutorial will be how to match the GoPro footage with the DJI Air 2 footage. And the GoPro footage has been shot in its full, probably the most vivid profile, and the DJI Air 2S has been shot in D-Log. So what we are going to do is to actually make it simpler to match it. Okay, we can see that the GoPro footage is really contrasty. So what we're gonna do is we can see that over here in the waveform it's being chopped off. The shadows are being chopped off. So under the wheels menu we want to like lift the shadows up. Okay, so you can see more of this. At the same time we lift the shadows up. Let's look at the full picture. Yeah, that's about right. And also we need to white balance it. Okay, to white balance we use this icon right over here and pick a supposedly white spot. Okay, let's try it again on a different spot. Okay, this is better. So we can see that in the waveform the red, green and blue have formed together to give more white, right? So we have more white here. So now we are white balanced. We are still looking a little bit more contrasty. Let's go back to the first node and I'm going to raise it up a bit more. Okay, now that looks pretty good, and we can see that everything is very contrasty. And what I'm going to do is just lower down the overall saturation, make another node and lower down the saturation like that. We just go down. You can see from the vector scope that it's okay. Originally it's really high and it's almost touching the square box signifies the illegal broadcast color. So we're just gonna bring it down to a more comfortable level. And okay, so we have our nice GoPro footage, although like here is a bit blown out, but there's nothing we can do because it's like recorded in a normal color profile, probably a Rec 709 color profile, and it's like really contrasty. So okay, now that we've got that, we wanna do okay, I'll just do a grab still. So we just grab this frame as a reference and me go to the DJI footage. This has been shot in D-Log and we can see that the white balance is different. So let me quickly get it to the Rec 709 profile. I need my waveform up and pull down my lift and bring up my gain. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and I think it is too bright, so let me bring down my gamma. Is it too dark? No. Okay, let me have a look at my GoPro footage, because most of the shots are in the GoPro footage, and we want to match the DJI drone shots to the GoPro. Okay, so and also the DJI footage has been shot in the D-Log color profile, so it's easier for us to manipulate and change things in here. Okay, so this is the so in order to match this, we can see that the white balance is off. Create another node, use the automatic white balance. Let's try the gray of the road. No, that does not work, so we try the white here. Okay, so we are much closer. We are, yep, a lot closer. So you can see that this is really dark, so I'll go back to my main node and probably lift it up a little bit more since we push the gamma down. Okay, and the third node would be to add saturation. Okay, so let's add the saturation in. Okay, have a look at the vector scope. It's about similar to what we have on the GoPro. Okay, so let me just go to another frame. The GoPro footage is looking a little bit cooler actually, but okay, for the sake of this tutorial, we are not going to be like as precise, but we can see that this gray of the road and this gray part is about the same. So okay, we'll let it go, and the next thing to do is to match the trees. I need another shot with more trees, probably this shot. Grab still, so I have my new grab still, which is here, and back to this footage. Okay, so well, looks like it does match up pretty well, although I think it's a little bit too saturated in some parts. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is to remove some of the green. Give me another node, and okay, I'm gonna use curves to remove green. It's gonna be hue versus saturation, so you take a hue and you adjust the saturation. Okay, so this is a color picker, so it's here. So I'm going to remove some saturation. Okay, let's get a little bit more. Okay, let's change it back to white. Now this seems a little bit dark now. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, so now we have got the trees right, the roads right. What we want to do is actually to match the biggest areas in the shot, so that when the shot changes, your eyes won't be distracted and feeling uncomfortable. It's got to look like it's from the same camera and the same time and the same shot. Okay, so I'll grab this. I'm gonna come back here and let's see what matches and what does not match. Okay, so the gray in the road definitely does match. So what does not match is the sky. Alright, so now we are going to fix the sky. Alright, let's turn that off. So for this shot we see that it's not pitching up and down, so it's all straight. The horizon is always in a straight line. So let's use the power window. It's called a power window. VFX people will like to call it masking. So actually it's the same thing. It's doing a masking job actually. So let's open up. Let's have a look at the masking. Let's open this up. Okay, like that. So what I want to do is actually to increase. So now we have the mask. I want to increase the saturation of the blues only. Okay, so since we are only affecting this, there's no other blues in the shot. If there are other blues in the shot, then I would be maybe using a different technique. Okay, so this is gonna be the hue versus saturation. Okay, so which is, we already have a hue versus saturation, but no problem, we're going to use the same curve. So I just pick the blue here. So you see we have another point where we can adjust the hue and the saturation and just bring it right up. Alright, so I'm going to affect more of it, more of the blue, bring it right up, and probably a bigger area, bring it right up. Okay, and also I want to like mimic the GoPro footage, which is so contrasty and blown out. Okay, it's like blown out. Look at that overexposed area. So I just want to like make this same like that, blown out, which is already a bit is. So we just go to the custom curve and just adjust the luminance to more blown out ish look. You know, since we are already masked just to do the top, we can actually just move everything below that. It will not affect the rest of the other things in the scene. Okay, so it's a bit blown out. I will lower this more. image wipe. Okay, so let's see. I'm getting near. Let's play with the saturation a little bit. So that looks to be good. It's actually under. It's actually like just 48. Just go down and look at it some more. No, now it's more red. So yeah, so like 46, 46. So we are just a little bit more GoPro light in the clouds, but you know, we have a lot of extra colors here. So what I'm gonna do is make another node. Okay, but if I make another node, if I modify it, I'm gonna like affect the whole picture again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another corrector. I will take the alpha channel, which is the black and white. Okay, so this is gonna give me a black and white image. So I will take the black and white image, because usually white is for opaque and black is for do not touch, that's transparent. So I will join it here. Okay, so what if I let me delete link, delete. So what if I just join it straight here? It will not work, because oh, okay, it does work. Well, I can do it this way, or I can do it that way. Okay, so let's delete node, because I did it earlier on and it was inverted, so I had to you know, create a node to reverse it. So the external key, now it does work. You can see that it will only affect the top part. So I'm going to use another curve, and this time I'm going to use Luma versus saturation, meaning based on the brightness I will adjust the saturation. Okay, so everything that is very bright, I would remove the color. Okay, remove the color down. Okay, you see, as you can see, like it's like a bit too much, right? So so if I bring it up, you can see the extra colors come in. If I bring it down, it will look like kind of like my GoPro, but I can like affect more or less as well. So this looks to be a good point. All you need to do is to, you know, play around with it. And also the darker areas, I can do the same thing. For the dark areas, I'm gonna remove the colors as well. So let me just move here. All the dark areas, I'm gonna remove. You look at this, is all the dark colors. So I'm gonna remove the colors from the dark areas. Okay, so let's see here. On the other hand, I can actually increase the middle colors. No, it's not increasing. Okay, See that? So the blue area, I'm just want to know where is the blue area. Oh, okay, so the blue is actually here. So if I do, is it here? Yeah, so if I do push it up, that will be, you know, increases the saturation. So yeah, okay, this is about right. Okay, let's compare it to the GoPro footage. Yeah, beautiful. It's like that. So we have the trees, we have the roads matching, and we have the sky matching now. Okay, so let's take a look at the footage and check that there is no breakage. Set it to loop, playback. There's no, let's hope that there's no breakage and no flicker. I think that there are too much color saturation here, so maybe I wanna like change this a bit. How about here? How about here? Oops, it's here. Okay, it's here. Okay, so that appears to be a natural shade, so I can't really remove it unless I modify the matte. Just bring it up, you know, just bring it up a little bit more. Okay, I think that's very good. Okay, let's get rid of this, turn it off, and play this back. Go to the next shot. You see, it's not jarring, right? Okay, so then we go back to this shot, which is another GoPro shot, and look at the sky. It's so not real. Okay, so all I need to do is to, since it's from the same camera and it's from the same clip, all I need to do is to mouse over the first clip and click my middle mouse button. Bam. So now it's the same. Okay. I think the grass might be a tad let me just grab still. The grass might be a tad too rich from the drone shot. Let's match it. Okay. Yup, it's a little too rich. So let me see where is the curve. Okay, I didn't do any curve, so let's just do one which affects the grass. And since there is nothing else that's green here, we can just use the curves instead of you know, picking isolating the color. Okay, so this would be hue versus saturation. Yeah. Pick the hue, and modify the saturation, right? So I think this would be nice. Okay, look at that, look at that. Okay, yeah, same. By the way, the guy in the red cap is me. I was just there with my friends, Mr. Wang and Mr. KFC. And next shot. Oh my gosh, the sky is so blue, which is also different from the shot here. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is to also match back. Let's match it to the drone shot. Grab still, which is this one. This is my shot, which I'm gonna, like, you see I've copied this from the first shot, so it's got everything there already. And let's do the split screen. The ground appears to be the same. It's only the sky. We just wanna like make a note and desaturate the sky a bit. So let's use the curve. Hue was a saturation. Same thing as we did for the grass, for the drone shot. We're gonna do the same thing now. New node at the end. And hue versus set. I need my picker qualifier. Okay, just come up here, find the qualifier, pick the blue sky, and bring it down. Okay. Okay, that's more believable now. Okay. Okay, that's the end of the tutorial. So give me a thumbs up if you think it's useful for you, and go ahead and subscribe. Also put some comments of what you want to see in the next tutorial, and also do subscribe if you think you just want to learn some more stuff on color grading in Davinci Resolve.